Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in week 14. This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. First down. Townsend. This to the outside for Mack. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. And gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This defense for the Titans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Townsend. It's brought in by Harris. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Hardy. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the visiting Titans who were victorious in that one. So now they'll look for the sweep here back home in Nashville. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And some space here. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Townsend, and that's complete to Cooks. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the gun on 3rd down. Townsend. Throw left side complete. That's Hardy. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Townsend. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on 1st down. Townsend, he's going to let this one go deep. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. In his own end zone, it's Carr. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does. And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Carr completes it. They find some open field here. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Titans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. There aren't any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll... Come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He will have a first down here at about the 40.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 38. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. Townsend. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On 1st and 10, Townsend. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
To throw on 2nd down, Townsend. And that is incomplete here. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Townsend going for it all. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And the Titans are going to recover the football. And a second-quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 65 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. John Ross, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking to throw on second down. Townsend. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on first down. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw. Townsend eluding the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before break. Townsend. And this is going to be intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Rolling to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Not much there, only a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Off the play fake. Townsend. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Townsend. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check. Kill.
On first down, Harris. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, Townsend dumps this one off to Mack. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 40. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. On first down, Townsend. Flush to his right. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Throwing on first down. Townsend. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Townsend. He finds his man, complete. That's Hardy. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll run on first down. Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Townsend. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Hardy. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the give, this is Harris. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. This time, the extra point up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. On play action, it's Carr. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 44. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Operating from the gun, Townsend. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, said, hey, he picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On play action, now Carr. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
So pass interference, the call there, always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the 2nd half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the 1st, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, it's Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw on second down. Townsend. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He finds his man, complete. It's Hardy, and they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
To throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He's back to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hardy. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off down near the 5. And the Titans have just about sewn up this football game. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101. Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Tennessee, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.